And I will admit that we do have a healthcare problem. There's no doubt about it. But let's don't upset a superpower economy, you know, to fix something, make sure it's tied to something, and help these people help themselves as they go along. And in our company, I got to tell you, when this thing came up about 3 years ago, my health insurance, based on 100 employees, we probably had about 100 at that time, it cost me just under $400,000 for health care premiums that year. This year, it's going to cost our companies $625,000. Now, that's after we've raised deductibles, and we've also tightened benefits of our people. And what's sad is we're taking the benefits from our people to put them in coffers for benefits for somebody else that's not going to be working, that's going to get these benefits. So, in our estimation, by the time this is done over 5 years, if this goes through, our health insurance will almost double again. So it'll cost me about $1 million a year for health insurance, based on every 100 employees, if I still have 100 employees. And I can tell you, of the 4 companies we have, 2 of them in this economy is not doing that well. You know, even losing money. And we're hoping to come back out of it, but when we add this extra cost, if it really goes through, it's very likely that these companies will be shut down. So not only is it going to hurt the people it was designed to benefit, it's going to hurt a lot of companies and shut a lot of companies down. So, and I'm a big fan of what you do, Bill, and Congressman Johnson, I guess it's supposed to be.
Bill was fine.
Yeah. Yes.
Do you have, as you speak of medical costs, do you have any concept of what it costs a company to bring something to market that can be a life-saving device?
A life-saving device? I know that my first mortar mixer cost me about $400,000 to bring to
What does it cost a company, such as my old company, to bring a piece of non-invasive equipment to the public segment when you have a proven product from blind test studies out of the United States into the United States?
In the medical industry, I wouldn't know the exact number.
The cost is $500,000, non-refundable.
Yeah.
You can check with the FDA, that's fact.
Yeah.
I had an outfit, my company, we had a suit. We went to AI DuPont, company up in Delaware, all part of the DuPont factory that sponsored me. I don't mean to take away from your time.
No, that's okay. You go right ahead. That's what we're here for. I'm about finished anyway.
So what happened is my company, with my partner, God rest his soul, he passed away young, we brought back a suit, a simple suit that made muscular dystrophy and people walk a straight line. AI DuPont sponsored a meeting. They brought in people from all over the United States. All doctors, pediatric offices, you name it, they were there. And here's his suit. We just hung it up, and it was just, as far as you're concerned, it's nothing. The gentleman who was sitting to my left was the Surgeon General of the United States. The one who was on the desk at the front conducting the meeting was the former Surgeon General of the United States. And here's his suit. What does it do? I stood up, I gave the presentation, 5-7 minutes, much longer than I'm taking up your time. If you don't like it, just shut me up, just say no, and I shut up. What happened is, I put a suit up, and there was a gentleman who was sitting, and you're facing the stage about 4 or 5 rows over. PhD in physics, and he designed suits for children in order to repair. He designed special equipment that people can walk, talk, whatever they want to do. And if there's a man in this room that can't cry, go to that hospital one time. You'll bawl your eyes out. And this physicist looked at me and said, "Hey, don't work." I said, "Sorry, sir, I've seen it work." And I spoke to the people, and I'll tell you where they were from and everything else. I said, "Well, here's the suit. Do we have one large enough?" They put it on him, and he walked from the aisle up there, right down here. The Surgeon General sitting next to me said, "You just witnessed a miracle." He hasn't walked without a cane or without a walker his entire life. Then he turned around and says, "How do you feel?" He said, "I feel great." So the physicist then jogged back. Not walking, jogging. For sakes, I'm 70 years old, I can't jog that far. But the end result of the whole thing was very, very simple. I was told what I had to do. I had to come up with, one, a line of study. Okay, a couple $100,000. Then I had to come up with a triple blind study on this suit working. It was non-invasive. Non-invasive. Didn't cut a soul. Didn't cut a skin, nothing. And we just sat back and relaxed and watched everything. They said, "What does it take? And what does it take? What do you want me to do?" I'm standing here, I'm on a battering ram getting hit by everybody that wants to throw tomatoes at me. The end result is I had Medical Surgeon, Children's Hospital of Boston, Children's Hospital in Los Angeles. They said that they would do the blind test study for me, but nothing, because they were so impressed. Where is the suit today? Hanging in my closet. Because it required $500,000 and my company didn't have it. And I couldn't raise the $500,000.
There's another example of that exact same kind of thing that's in this healthcare law that Damien's talking about. It's called medical device tax. That Obamacare, the president's healthcare law put on, that taxes sales, not profits, and makes it extremely difficult for medical companies, startups, entrepreneurs like yourself, makes it even more difficult for them to get in. You're making the point that Damien is also making, that government regulations today hit our economy to the tune of about $1.7 trillion a year. They are impediments to innovation. They are impediments to the innovative spirit of the American people. So, yeah.
What happened to the suit? They never got into the public entity. Have any of you, I say, watched an astronaut in space in a capsule, in a space shuttle or any place like that, walking around? Or going through their cabin, flying through zero gravity? I know you're Air Force retired. I am too. So
thank you for your service.
only 29 years. You beat me out. You got it.
You had 29 years?
Yes, sir.
You beat me. I had 26 and a half, so
Well,
thank
like
you
I
for your
said,
service.
you got smarter than me. But the thing is very simple. It's not worn by all the astronauts. I sold the operation to NASA. They never paid me a nickel. They paid me for a few suits, but the entire operation was there. By the way, it was invented by Russia, used by their cosmonauts, and it was done with elastics. It was just simple bands put in different locations. They had a computer program that would test the child, and I saw an absolute, I know I'm 70 years old, I was probably 60 at the time. I saw an absolutely gorgeous young lady who was a veritable crawl on the floor cripple, get up and walk. She put the suit on, and she'd been a patient for a year. They had a regimen, and it worked. Okay, that's one. I brought back my companies involved in international trade. Bought and sold stuff all over the country, and some faces recognize who I am. I moved here 12 years ago. I brought back a battery